from talking to other people, I've noticed it might be the hardest part is like selecting a big goal. And at the time, like I was saying, like I was feeling existential, and goals were basically pointless because I thought if you tried hard enough, you could just have stuff and it didn't really matter. What I'm encouraging is, what I did really is I sat down with the three thoughts that kind of were just remnant in my head. For whatever reason, I wanted a castle in France, 5 kids, be a millionaire, and fast car. I love cars. I think, like me personally, I just thought like really nice houses, really nice cars, because you spend so much time in your house and your car. And I wanted a wife and 5 kids because that's just what it was, right? Well, it still really is. I'm still aiming for it. And that's why I have this like big purpose and drive and all that. What I encourage you to do is, in the back of your mind, there's something that you know that you want. It almost sounds like unrealistic. I say big goal because we're going to forget about realistic or what's possible, because in the level of existentialism that I was at, of realization, what was possible was boring. And what was boring meant meaningless. And what meant meaningless was exactly what I was at, where I wanted to be. So what I chose was just something that was like, I would truly be wildly impressed if I got to that point. I'd be like, whoa, that is crazy. Like, I didn't know life provided that. And so I picked the castle, the wife, 5 kids, and money. I'm like, dude, like, I'd be hyped up if I got those things. And so, just go, if you don't have it in the back of your mind, like, oh, you know, this would be really, that'll blow my mind. Just write out a list of things that you like to have. I like to have this, and this, and this. And when you see it visually, you start noticing you don't really want that many things. And honestly, a lot of them aren't that hard to get. And then you'll see that if anything was possible, what would you have or be? What would you become if you could become anything? And what would you have if you could have anything? And that's kind of where you want to be at. Be at that part where it's unrealistic. It's unreal. Just honestly, no one around you will believe it. Because you will sift through a lot of BS the second you set a really, really high goal. Because there are only so many select few people that can actually help you get there. You're not now asking if your neighbor what the meaning of life is, or the guy downstairs sitting at the counter doing whatever he's doing, or the cashier about life. You have a big goal, and no longer is it ambiguous what success is, or what meaning is, or where you're going. And the second that you decide that, you'll start to notice that really you only need to be taking advice from people that have the things that you want. And when you narrow it down to that, you start seeing that it's really systematic. To get the things that you want is very, very possible. There's a system to winning. There's a system to getting what you want. And when you start seeing that system arise, you'll start noticing the meaningless becomes less meaningless, and things get less ambiguous. And things, by the word ambiguous, I mean like everything is like left or right, or it could be this and it could be this, or it could be that and it could be this. And like almost everything and everyone is right. And it's not true once you select a big goal. Once you select a goal that's specific and big enough, there's only one or a few ways of getting there. And a lot of people have done it, and if you follow what they do, you'll get there. But if you follow what the person that doesn't have what you want does, you won't get there. And there's going to be confusion. So as you set out for this big goal, you'll start getting information that aligns with what you want. And this is where I got rid of a lot of confusion, which made me feel so good. I didn't even know what I was doing when I did this, by the way. Like, I set a big goal, and I was like, let's go for it. And then as I started setting the big goal, like, I started noticing, like, this big goal doesn't align with a lot of the people that are in my life. And they don't actually have the answers of how I'm going to get there. And so I had to escape from my common social structure to actually find the answers that I needed. And you'll start noticing, like, the people around you, like, they're going to be like, oh, that's not possible, blah, 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 blah. And they're going to spit out a lot of these self-projections on life at you. And you're like, But if you select this goal and you keep moving, you'll start to notice and realize some things are right and some things are wrong for your particular goal. And once that becomes noticeable and visible, that some things are right and some things are wrong, and some things will help you and some things will hurt you, and it's no longer ambiguous what's doing that, I swear to you, your life will change in such a drastic way that you will never ever want to go back. And so I encourage you to set up a big goal and move towards it day by day by day by day. And once you select this big goal, I'm going to help you like move closer towards it and getting information and all that other stuff. But first, for right now, sit down, write down on a piece of paper 10 things that you'd like to achieve, and pick the top 3. 1 for financial, 1 for physical attainment, and then 1 for relationships. And man, I'm so excited for you. It's going to be a wild ride because you will start being able to sift through the world of confusion. The fog starts to clear because it's not confusing. It's like you know what to do. People know what to do. There's a step-by-step systematic process to get to where you need to go. And I'm so excited for you. Follow for more stuff just like this one, and check out the other videos in the series so that you guys can get all the way through and go from existentialism to purpose. Alright, I'll see you guys in the next one. Cheers.